Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of All In with Art Stapleton, a New York Giants podcast brought to you by NorthJersey.com and the USA Today Network. I am Art Stapleton, and as you can see, my special guest today, tight end for the New York Giants, number 12, Darren Waller. Darren, thanks for joining me right off the practice field from minicamp. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be able to finish this offseason strong. I feel like it's been a really productive couple months for us.
It's been productive, but also for you, it's been a whirlwind, right? I mean, you get married, honeymoon, traded here. Have you had any time to decompress, or is that coming over the next couple of weeks?
I'm able to make time to reflect every single day. And really just reflect on what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my time with the teams that I've been on before, grateful for the opportunity I have here to be a part of this organization. And looking forward to the summer, being able to spend time with my wife, hang out with my family, and train and live a little bit of life before training camp starts.
Obviously, you mentioned your wife, Kelsey Plum, plays for the Las Vegas Aces, WNBA. Over the last couple of years, you've kind of become a huge WNBA fan, not just of your wife, but of the Aces. To watch them win a championship last year, does that stoke a fire in an athlete to watch someone as close to you win a championship, to know, you know what, I want to be a part of something like that?
It's cool to watch the journey, to watch a team come together, to watch them overcome moments of adversity in a season, and to shine when their best is demanded in moments like that. So it's cool to see that and see it happen for somebody so close to you. And it definitely excites me, and I'd love to go on a journey like that with these guys, a bunch of good guys.
Now, you mentioned when you got here, I guess it was the day after the trade, or maybe even we talked to you when you were traded here, the idea of how being in a relationship with another professional athlete, that you kind of understand the deal, and it helps you. She can help you. In terms of your competitive nature, are you guys competitive with each other? I mean, I know you've played basketball in the past. Any one-on-ones that have gone down in the past with you and Kelsey?
Nah, no one-on-ones. I'll go into some of her off-season workouts and play pickup if they need an extra body or something like that. And we'll be on different teams sometimes, but I mean, our competition is we'll do cards, we'll have bets on certain things. So yeah, we have a little bit of competition mixed in.
So no horse, no anything like that?
Nah, no. She's the pro basketball player, so she's got basketball lock.
I hear you, man. So let's talk about your journey a little bit, getting here. I mean, you've been very open about your journey here and talked about what your life has been like, and I'm curious, when you come to a new team, how do you personally do you decompartmentalize and not want to give too much of your personal life right away? Or do you, tell your teammates or share with guys who are close to you, look, this is what I've been through, and, I just want to share so you know more of me and who I am?
Yeah, I'm an open book everywhere I go, I feel like that's a way to really form a real relationship, is if you see, somebody for who they really are, not a front that I may try to put up or try to, put on some level of confidence or arrogance. I just try to show them, hey, this is who I am, this is what I've been through, this is what I've learned. I've experienced the highest of the highs in this league. I've experienced the lowest of the lows, and it's helped me make me a better man today. And I feel like guys gravitate towards real. And if I'm going to be a leader on this team, one of the older guys on this team, I want to be a real example for them of what success looks like, what dealing with failure sometimes looks like. So I try to be conscious of that.
I know you have some events coming up that you've been involved with your foundation. Talk to me a little bit about your foundation, and not only why you created it, but what's the purpose behind it, and what that represents for you.
Yeah, so my foundation is Darren Waller Foundation. Started early 2020. Just the idea of me wanting to give back. I was given the gift to go to treatment for free, rehab, and it changed my life. So it's like I want to continue to pass that gift on to people that can't necessarily afford it themselves. And been able to send over 50 people through treatment, 30-day treatment, and allow them just the opportunity to make the decisions and to build a foundation for a new life that they want to live. And I want to be able to do something out here and have an impact like that in this area, because I know there's people that need to be served, people that need help everywhere. And I want people to know that I'm not just here to gain attention for myself and make things about me. I want to do whatever I can to make this place better while I'm here, however much of an impact that is.
That could be impactful in multiple cities. I mean, you're bouncing around. I mean, I gotta imagine that people you've spoken to have been very receptive about that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's talk a little bit about the football aspect. I know we hit you early, and we kept talking about where do you fit in this offense. What do you like about this offense from what you've seen so far in the spring?
It challenges guys. That's what I like about it. I've always loved a mental challenge, physical challenge. It brings the best out of me. It challenges you to learn a bunch of spots, to learn concepts, learn them all the way through and not just learn one spot, because you never know where you could be in a picture. You never know where you could be in a progression, and you need to be where you need to be at the right time with the right spacing. So it's a challenge to be on the details every single day and to just continue through that. Nobody's going to have it all down right now at this point, but it's all about continuing to focus on the small details, because that's what separates guys, being able to have the reactions in those clutch moments where there's small windows and not a lot of time to react, just having it built in. That's what this time is for.
When you talk small windows and building the chemistry and a rapport, does that come to the work you're doing with Daniel, both away from here and out here? And that, when you rely on an offense that relies on timing and small windows, he better know you better know him and what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's important for us to get an understanding of each other, why we do certain things, how we react to certain things. Because when the season comes and those times for those reactions to come, and they got to be second nature, we want to have that knowledge and understanding of each other, and that's why this time is so useful. Every part from April through February is it all leads up to making those moments that you want to happen in those clutch times.
Obviously, I asked how impactful your off the field journey was for you. Your football journey has been interesting too. I mean, you come on 6th round pick in Baltimore. You're a wide receiver. You become a tight end. How have you grown football wise? And do you feel like there's still a lot of room left before you hit your ceiling as a football player now at 30 years old?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like I've honestly lived like multiple lives in my football career, from early on in Baltimore and, just getting in trouble all the time and, not really being consistent for my teammates and whatnot, and then going to Oakland and Vegas and, finding a role there and being a leader and somebody that's really relied upon week in, week out, and now being traded, it's just like, I feel like I've had a full football career, and I still feel like I have a lot left in the tank. There's things that I got to improve on as far as being available each and every week, and I feel like I'm doing the best I can with those things, and I feel like I got a lot left in the tank, and I'm just ready to give the Giants everything I got.
What are your I know you want to be available. That's obviously goal number one, but as far as a player, have your goals changed through the years? I mean, do you have goals now we talked about championship before, but the idea of where you could be individually as a player in this league?
Yeah, I trust the ability that God gave me. I don't go into the year setting catch numbers or yard numbers or anything like that. I focus on the efficiency with which my opportunities come. However often it comes, some games may be more targets, some games may be less. But if the ball comes my way, being just maximizing that one opportunity and having that one opportunity continue to stack throughout a season, and whatever the statistics look like at the end, I feel like I can live with those and appreciate those, because I know that I'm just doing the best that I can.
Do you feel like you have a bigger mismatch when if they put you in a slot, bring you in motion? Is it a bigger mismatch against a linebacker or safety, or a corner that they send in with you that might be not as tall or thick? I mean, they're always looking for mismatches. You and your position could kind of go one of two extremes.
Yeah, no, I feel like I could, run routes and separate from, anybody in the league if I'm running with good technique. Knowing where I'm supposed to be, and not telegraphing anything, but just like being confident in my speed and just running fast. Like, I feel like I apply pressure. I don't allow the defense to apply pressure on me, so I feel like that allows me to line up on whatever skill set a defender has and find a way to win that.
Let's talk about your love for music a little bit. I know you got a chance to spend time at Geffen A&M, right, Records. What was that like for you to be in a production studio? And I know you do it individually on your own, but what was that experience like for you? And is that a future down the line you still see for yourself?
That was incredible, because I'm somebody that loves music, and I just, mostly been creating in my house and at studios back home in Georgia with some of my friends. And so to be in like an environment where, in that studio, Kendrick Lamar was recording albums, like Tupac's of the world, like major artists have recorded albums in that space. It just like brings a different kind of energy and just like respect. I just try to soak in a lot of things, learn things from the engineers and whoever's in the room. Because I just want to learn and continue to be a sponge. And I'm always going to make music because it just fills me up.
You made a lot of music, right? You put online. Where can people find it?
Just search my name on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you look for music. I've got stuff on there. It's it's my passion. Whenever I have time, I love to create. It's a great outlet for me, and it helps me balance and come back to football with a full cup.
Last thing I want to ask you, and I do appreciate your time. The number 12. I know you were in 12 in Baltimore. You were in 83 in Vegas. Why 12? And should Giants fans expect you to stay in 12 throughout the year? And what does it mean to you?
Yeah, 12. I had 12 my rookie year in Baltimore. It didn't really have any meaning to it back then, but now it has meaning. Of course, with my journey and how vocal I am with sobriety, 12 is like a very meaningful number that if people are walking the same path as me, they know exactly what it means. But yeah, it's a number I want to stick with. I know it's different for tight ends. I'm not just trying to do it to be cool, but it really has some meaning behind it. And I feel like I represent a lot of people that are similar to me.
You said you've seen photos of yourself in 12, and it kind of at first looked, is that really me? You comfortable now that minicamp is going to be over with? That 12 is Darren Waller right now in blue?
No doubt. And we had the media day yesterday, and to put on like the full uniform and everything, it was really cool, man. It was just like just full gratitude moment. It's like, man, like reflecting on everything that got me here, just to see that uniform. And I watched, that's the team I watched the most growing up because my dad was a Giants fan. So NFC East football was on in my house my whole life. So to put that on, it just brought back a lot of childhood memories and that kind of joy. So it's an exciting time.
Darren Waller, appreciate you being on.
Yes,
Thanks for everybody, and best of luck this season. We'll be seeing you in training camp, and welcome here.
Appreciate you, Art.
Great.
Thanks
a
for
lot,
having me.
man. All right, that'll do it.